NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Brady doesn't like the formation here. He'll take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brady now to throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw, it's Brady. And he finds Gronk. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the Pats are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now Jones. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to drop him for a loss of a couple. No score after one on EA Sports. Second and 12. Throwing Jones. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He'll leave this one for White. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that,
looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones escaping the pressure right. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing again on second down. Jones dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And Folk's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Miller with a first down and more. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
In a game where one field goal is all these offenses could muster in the first 2 quarters, you figure both coaching staffs were needing to make plenty of adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And he will have a Patriots first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Now a first down carry for Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now a give, running left is Harris. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That's 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. On first down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And the Patriots are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
We got three. 45
They'll run on first down. Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Jones being chased out left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part,
and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Matt Judon in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Brady to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football. And look at...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. That one looks like he'll throw here. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Patriots.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just getting the ball in his hands and let him do his thing, in a sense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mac Jones, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
They saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.